Well, today is day 96, and it's 11:32 p.m. on a hot summer night. That's a great song by Meatloaf. On a hot summer night, would you offer your throat to the wolf with the red roses? And she says yes. Well, one of the blessings about doing the video right after meditation is that you're commenting on your experience in the meditation. When I do the video at the end of the day, I'm commenting on my experience of the day. Today was a large day. Today had several days, if not weeks, months, years, and lifetimes packed into it. Though I think that what I went through today is really informative and helpful, I'm not necessarily going to share it right now today. And that's just a feeling that I have, that I want to honor it. Instead, I want to talk about a couple of things. One is that tonight, we had a chance to reconnect with the flow group that I've talked a lot about. Mr. Kyle Cease was able to join us tonight, and it was really a remarkable experience. You know, you go on in a weekend like that, and you really make some very deep and profound connections pretty quickly. And so it was wonderful to see my friends again, and to see Kyle, and to have him ask about how it's been, and to be able to tell him I'm on day 96, and just to share with him some of the insights I've had. And it was just lovely to see his response to what I was saying, and things got very, very exciting. I'm not ready to share exactly what came up in the conversation, but let's just say that this is a trip. Like, while I'm over here looking at what I think isn't happening, the universe is planning something so magnificent and so much bigger than anything my mind can conceive, that when I see it and I have glimpses of it and it's presented to me, I just go, oh my gosh. And so it helps me see more clearly how the mind's job is multifold. But one of the things the mind is here to do is to keep the familiar active. The mind does not like it when something new emerges out of something that's not yet been, because it feels, threatened. It feels threatened. So it likes to keep things in the present moment that have some connection to the past. And as things are falling away in a big way, and sometimes what feels like a little bit of a scary way, I'm then presented with what's coming in, and it's so much bigger than anything that's falling away. And I told Kyle, I said, I look back at that video I made February 22nd, in which I said two very profound things, and I've talked to you about this before in another video. One was that I want to live from my heart all the time. And the other was, I kind of have a sense of my gifts and talents, but I'm really curious about what is still within seeking to emerge. At the time, I knew that those were big things, but I had no comprehension at the time of what command I was giving the universe, and what command I was giving my soul. Because in order to live from the heart, you have to deconstruct the mind's role in your life. And I've been doing that. And I'm excited to write about it and talk about it, because it's important. And the second is, when we say, what is within me that's yet to emerge, in order for that to emerge, everything that has been active has to, if not fall away, be on pause, so that there's room for the new to emerge. So I'm going back to Alaska. I don't know if I'm actually leaving Friday. I really actually need a couple of more days for personal reasons. And so I'm affirming that the universe is going to line up and support me in that, because the idea of getting on a plane on Friday is very uncomfortable for me, and it doesn't feel like it's in my highest good. So I'm affirming tonight that that's going to fall into place tomorrow. But I'm going back to Alaska, and it's just remarkable how different I am and how different everything is. I got a text from a really amazing woman that I met 2 years ago in California for another event I went to. And she asked me the question, how are you tracking? And I texted back, I said, I don't think I can answer that in a text. We'll have to Skype. But I've been thinking about that. How am I tracking? If the mind answers that question, holy Toledo, you got to sit down for the story it's going to tell, because I'm not tracking at all. But now that I understand my mind better, I understand the story it's telling in response to that question. If you were to ask my heart, how am I tracking? How is it tracking? My heart would say, fantastic. Everything is spot on, right on schedule, as it should be. So, I also want to acknowledge caregivers. I really had a bad moment today trying to introduce a way to give my mom some of these wonderful supplements we're giving her for her knee, and she couldn't grasp it. And instead of just stopping and getting out of the situation, I stayed. And that was the bad thing to do, because the daughter in me lost it. And it felt like my head was in a vice grip, on the heels of already going to the doctors and having a whole experience there. But it was really incredible, because the daughter in me just lost it, witnessing her mom not being able to do something that she's always been able to do. It didn't go well, and thank God and Goddess that I can go back to my mother and apologize and ask for forgiveness. And I can't be the only person or caregiver that has moments of shame when their behavior is less than loving. But at least I understand that I need some extra help in processing all the stuff that's going on. I'm handling an enormous amount of stuff, more than I actually can. From, housekeeping and laundry and food and cooking and, doing all the things my dad would be doing to keep the house up. I mean, it's just too much. And then to have to witness these profound changes that my mom is going through. So I don't know what's to come of all of this. If this is something I need to write about, talk about, have a support group, or go to a support group. But I know that I need some help in processing what I'm going through. But thank goodness I have my prayer partner, because we were supposed to talk this morning and I couldn't, and he made himself available tonight at the end of this enormous day where a lot of other emotional things happened, and just family drama and things like that. And I'm grateful to have ended the night with prayer, because I'm calmer and I'm tired. So I'm just going to go to bed. I have an enormous pile of papers here. I lost the whole day today as far as doing the things I thought I was going to get to do for myself so I can get on a plane on Friday. But whatever happened was what happened. So I guess it was supposed to happen exactly as it happened. Because as we were saying tonight, either spirit is everywhere or it's nowhere. Either God or love, whatever the word is everywhere present, or it's nowhere at all. So this is day 96, and as Kyle said, keep going. And I will keep going. But I'm ready to have a break from the tears, that's for sure. I feel like I could use a week on a beach. But for right now, I'm going to settle for a good night's sleep. This is day 96. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following this journey.